Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Crunch Time Podcast, where we're always going to come through in the clutch. And this is Brett After Dark, aka Riverside the Great, aka Mac and Cheese Jones in the building. And this is another episode about free agency.
Yo, what's good, guys? It's Trevor, aka TC. Today we're gonna be talking about moves we think every team should make in the NBA for free agency, as Brett said. So basically, how it's gonna work is Brett has notes for all the East teams, and I have notes for all the Western Conference teams. So yeah, just what we think each team should do to improve themselves this offseason. Do you want to go first with your first team?
Yeah, so I did mine in the order that they finished in the standings, except for I put the Charlotte Hornets first because why not? So
Okay.
it's kind of random, but yeah, we'll go first with the Charlotte Hornets. I have them re-signing or not re-signing, signing in free agency Rashawn Holmes to give them that elite center that they need, that LaMelo Ball needs, because Cody Zeller isn't cutting it. Let's be honest,
I
and
agree.
that would provide them a lot more like athleticism and defending. So that's about it.
Exactly. I think he'd be like a great pick and roll partner too for LaMelo and like the guards as well. And I mean, I think he fits. He's still pretty young, right? I'm not too
Yeah,
sure, but
I think he's coming off like I don't know if it's his rookie contract or like the second contract after that or what.
okay. And he shouldn't be like too expensive too, because he's pretty underrated in the league. So I don't think he'll be that much money. I did a random order for my teams, but I guess I kind of started with teams that like I really had like a lot to say about or like knew what I wanted them to do. So my first team I had was the Warriors. And there's like they could go a lot of different directions this offseason to try and like because I feel like they're so close to competing for a championship again because like they'll get Klay Thompson back. Hopefully he doesn't get injured again. But um I think the first move they should do, well, there's two ways they could go. So they could potentially like piece together a deal, including like Wiggins and Wiseman, maybe, and try and go after DeMar DeRozan, like a sign and trade or something. Or yeah, just use it for any other player that can help them contend next year. I think. I guess there's not really two directions there, but I think they should just package together Wiseman because like he's got like good potential, but I don't know, he doesn't really fit the timeline of the Warriors. So I think they should just move on from him and package. I think they have the seventh and 14th pick, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, put them together and try to get someone like DeRozan or just another like wing that can help them compete, or maybe even like a good big man. And I don't know who would be available, like Miles Turner maybe for Wiseman and picks, and then like what if they got Wiggins and Oh my God, imagine there's like Steph, Clay, DeRozan, and um, Miles Turner. That'd be insane.
That would be a good team. I also did hear DeRozan say that he doesn't care about the money anymore and that it's just about winning a ring now. So
Yeah, I
what
feel
do you think?
that. That would be perfect for
LA,
him.
LA Lakers on the phone.
Yeah, for real. But honestly, DeRozan like would be a good fit for the Warriors because they have all the spacing in the world, like with Steph and Clay. So DeRozan would fit nicely alongside them. So yeah, that's my first team.
All right, let's get this one out of the way with finishing first in the Eastern Conference, the Philadelphia 76ers. If you had to guess what I'm going to say right now, what do you think I'm going to say?
Trade Ben Simmons.
Yes. Let's leave it at that. No, I'm kidding. I'll elaborate further. He played like crap the whole season. He can't score, and he's not really doing much for the team if he's not like playmaking. I guess he's a good defender. I don't know what you're looking to get in return for him, really, because he's just such a weird player. Maybe
Yeah.
like CJ McCollum or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if you want five potential trade destinations for Ben Simmons, check out my video on TC Films.
Shameless TC Films plug.
Just a quick plug right there. You know what I do. Also, did you see the rumor? Not a rumor, but it was like confirmed that the Raptors turned down a trade. Did you see what the 76ers asked for in return for Ben Simmons?
Oh, what was it?
Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, and I think the fourth pick is what the Raptors have.
Oh,
All
wow.
four of those for Ben Simmons.
And they
And
declined.
obviously the Raptors declined because like, are you kidding me? Like I would probably maybe Kyle Lowry in the fourth pick or something, but like giving away Fred and Anunoby is like giving away your entire future. Like what are the Raptors gonna do with just Ben Simmons and Pascal Siakam? Like no
Yeah,
space,
that's so
like
true.
it's just gonna be like horrendous. I don't know. I don't really know. The Raptors, I'm excited to hear about what you have to say for the Raptors because there's a lot there too.
I do have I have two things written for them actually.
I'm excited. So
Let's hear
my
your next.
my next team is the Trailblazers. So unfortunately, I don't know if this was the right decision for the trade deadline, but when they got Norman Powell, they traded away Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood. So I think their main focus has to be bringing back Norman Powell because if they don't bring him back, it's just gonna look stupid because they traded away Trent and they like just got bounced in the first round. And then obviously they have to decide what they want to do with Lillard. Are they just gonna blow it up? Or are they gonna actually try to like make some trades and try to, get Dame a championship in Portland? But I realistically don't see Damian Lillard wanting out, but who knows? Like I think they definitely also need to improve their defense. That was my other thing. And like you said, maybe McCollum for Simmons trade or something could help that because Simmons is a good defender and would fit nicely along their team. So yeah, that's what I have for the Trailblazers. But definitely bring back Norman Powell. That's all I gotta say. So
Maybe Chauncey Billups, that head coach, will help influence some players to go there as well.
that's true. Yeah, like playing under him would be good. That's a good
All
point.
right, let's get it. Third team that I got here, I got the Brooklyn Nets. They finished second in the East this year, and I don't really have a lot to say about them besides the fact that if Durant's shoe was one size smaller, then they would be they would be in the NBA Finals.
That's
But
true.
I have them re-signing Blake Griffin here. He's a key depth player on their team, and without him, they wouldn't probably see as much success as they did. So that's about it. It's I know I'm quick, but
Yeah,
I
no,
not a lot to say.
I was looking at like what their offseason kind of like their whole offseason and team was looking like. And I think they really didn't have much because like they got their 3 stars locked up. And I feel like it really doesn't matter that much what they have around them. So as long as they got those three and yeah, definitely just bring back Blake Griffin to help out with like he can space the floor too and bring some good energy. So the next team I had was the Mavericks. So I think the Mavericks need to decide what they want to do with Tim Hardaway Jr. because he was great for them this year, and I feel like he could get a lot of money in this offseason. But I think it would be more beneficial for them to go after someone like Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan. Like I don't know if they have money, like room for a max slot. I think I think if they got off Josh Richardson, I think he's making like 12 million a year. But if they got off his contract, they could probably have room for a max player, so they could maybe go after Kyle Lowry, DeRozan then. But if they're unable to move off Richardson's contract and can't get Lowry DeRozan, I think they should just go with re-signing Hardaway Jr., maybe running it back and then using whatever cap space they have to try and like re-sign small pieces or assign small pieces that can help them compete again.
I actually had them. I had them getting Norman Powell in the other free agency episode.
Oh yeah, that's true. He could go there.
Give Luca a wing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just think it'd be sad if the Trailblazers didn't re-sign him because like I don't know, he just gave up like a great shooting guard
Yeah.
in Trent Jr. So I don't know. Who knows what the Mavericks will do if they're able to get rid of Josh Richardson? Then I'd go after like the best player available. Help pair someone with Luca. I doubt anyone's going to take on Porzingis' contract. So it's probably your best bet is trying to get back Tim Hardaway Jr. going after another good player.
Yep. All right, let's move on here to the team that finished third in the East, the Milwaukee Bucks. And this one's really simple again, but before I do get into it, I wanted to say that I heard today that Bryn Forbes is electing free agency, so that's a bit interesting. He kind of balled out in the playoffs, especially in that Nets series.
He was clutch.
But oh shit, I'm getting a call. Yo, Ethan, when you're watching this, I'm sorry that I didn't answer your call, but moving back to the Bucks
It's
situation,
crunch
I hope
time.
that it is crunch time. I hope that the Bucks can or the Bucks can hope that Portis accepts the player option, and I think he will because he's a fan favorite and he's loved in the state of Milwaukee. The state of Milwaukee. I'm done. I'm done in the episode.
Oh my god.
In the
All right,
episode.
thanks for watching, everybody.
The city of Milwaukee. But yeah, that's all I got. Like they already got Giannis locked up. They got Drew locked up, and they got Middleton locked up. So
Yeah, that's true. They got them all like on extensions. Do you know how much Portis's player option is for?
I'm not quite sure. I should have written that down.
Oh no, you're good. It's probably just relatively like must be relatively cheap then because he did show up a lot in the playoffs, similar to Forbes. So yeah, it's probably a little less than what he could get elsewhere. But if he wants a good chance at another championship, I'd probably see him staying with the Bucks. So um, next team I don't have a lot to say about. I have the Denver Nuggets, and I think they should just focus on re-signing Millsap and JaMychal Green for that like bench kind of wing power forward and like defense too, like good energy off the bench. And then this is actually an important one for them is to find some guard depth with because Jamal Murray is going to be out for most of the season, so they're definitely going to need to find someone to like somewhat like replicate his offensive boost that he gives the team. So yeah, because I think he'll probably be out for like at least maybe half the season. So they're definitely gonna need someone to fill in his shoes, like at least part of it. So that's what I have for the Nuggets.
All right, yeah, that's fair. Dude, I agree for Jamal Murray. It sucks that he got injured. He shouldn't even have been in the game either.
I know.
It was
Wait,
like
what
it was a
was the
blowout.
situation again? Oh, they were up a lot or down a lot.
Blowout against the Warriors. They were down by a lot actually.
Okay. Yeah,
Just a shame.
I know. What do you wait? I have a quick side question. What do you think about the players coming out now, or like how a few weeks ago they were saying like, oh, because of the shortened season and how they're like trying to compress all the games to a short amount of time, that's the reason for all the injuries. Like, do you think it's that, or just by like random chance that all these stars are getting injured? Because like, I don't know if all their injuries can be like attributed to that compressed season.
I think injuries just happen. Just
Yeah,
take a look back to a couple seasons prior when Boogie Cousins got hurt, Durant got hurt, and then Clay got hurt, like all in the same NBA Finals.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point because I like that's how I feel too. How like injuries just happen, but I mean, I'm sure it'd be tough trying to play like back to backs and stuff and like flying and traveling and all that. But I feel like injuries, I mean, maybe some of them are caused by that. Like you wouldn't be as strained as much, but I think some of the injuries like Jamal Murray something just happened, like just unfortunate as it is, it just nothing really you can do to prevent it in a way. I don't know.
And a lot of teams that were in the bubble, like the Final Four teams in the bubble, three of them lost in the first round.
Oh wow.
Celtics, Heat, Lakers.
Yeah,
Nuggets
that's a
made
good
it the
point.
second round, and they got swept.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. Yeah. Totally changed the season. It was cool to see like a unexpected like Final Four this year. So yeah, who do you have up next?
We got the New York Knicks. I believe they're one of two teams that have a max slot, and I think you know where I'm headed with this.
Oh yeah, get every.
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh gosh,
Yeah, Knicks. If they can pull off Kawhi Leonard, like they were already
not
the four
happening.
seed. If they were the four seed with Julius Randle as like their best option, imagine how good they would be with Kawhi Leonard on their team.
I still don't even know if they were like be better than the Nets or the Bucks though.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna be honest. Like also, it wasn't like they were really good four seed either. Like I think they're gonna be like a 7 or 8 seed next season. Like I think the Hawks, Celtics, Heat will all be better than them too. Like I'm keeping it a buck with you. And if the Hornets like improve too, they'll be better. I don't know.
Mickey Mouse four seed.
Yeah, like for real. And I could be a Knicks hater, but like this, I don't want to call it a miracle season because that's not really true. But like they did go to the playoffs and Julius Randle was choked and they only won one game. Like I don't know, like sort of a lot of things like went well for them. Like they barely squeaked the 4 seed, and it wasn't like they were like an amazing team. I don't know, but I've heard some rumors about them like getting thrown in for trades, like trying to get superstars, but like packaging RJ Barrett and some picks and stuff to get like a better player, maybe to pair along Julius Randle. So it could be interesting. But I don't know. I've heard like rumors around the NBA that people like players are actually interested in going to the Knicks now that they made the 4 seed and that like they have a good coach. So who knows? Maybe I'm just a Knicks hater, but
It's actually surprising that people want to go there.
yeah. What about Westbrook?
Oh, is he available, isn't he?
Well, he'd have to be traded, but I'm just saying for like RJ Barrett for like a rebuilding team like the Wizards, pair together
Maybe.
Westbrook and Randall. I don't know how that spacing would be, but I don't know. Just thought of that randomly. Okay. Sorry. I'll go next. I had the Houston Rockets. So I think there are two things. So they have the number 2 pick in the draft, which I believe is in a few days. Is it this Thursday, I think, right?
Today's Tuesday, right?
Today's Tuesday, yes. We're
Yeah,
recording
drafts on
on
Thursday.
the 27th. So yeah, draft's on the 29th. So I think they should just pick who they think is right for them with the number 2 pick. And I think if by some miracle Cade Cunningham is still there and the Pistons mess up, they have to get him no matter what. And I think they should keep focusing on the rebuild and keep all their assets too. Like don't try and get off of like Eric Gordon or John Wall's contracts if it means you're giving up like players just to get rid of their contracts. You know what I mean? Like if a team takes on Wall's contract, but you have to throw in picks to get rid of them, like don't do that. Just keep your assets because it's like it's not like they're gonna swing to like a playoff team in one season, or maybe like you never know, but like they're not gonna swing to like a championship contending team in like just 1 or 2 seasons. It's gonna take a little bit. So just I think like they got Porter Jr., they have Christian Wood, like they got good pieces there that they can keep building off of. So not really much they can do other than just make the right choice at number 2. So yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot they had Christian Wood. He
Yeah.
kind of balled out too until he got hurt.
I know he was injured for a while, but he came back. I think he came back at the end of the year and played well again. Might be wrong on that though.
Didn't they beat the Celtics once this year? Or am I tripping?
I think we like I don't know because remember that game we crushed him and Evan Fournier hit like 7 threes or something. He was like 7 for 8.
Yeah,
Crazy. I can't wait to hear what you say about the Celtics too, because like Fournier is probably a big part of the offseason. All
yeah.
right.
You'll see. I got Hawks right now, but in a little bit we'll get to the Celtics.
Let's go, baby.
The Hawks this is kind of an obvious one, and it involves signing John Collins, re-signing John Collins. He didn't he didn't play too well in the playoffs, if we're being honest, but still he was like a key part of their success, like to even get to the playoffs. So you got to keep him locked up, keep the duo, him and Trae Young, keep it alive. And I don't think he's going to be worth that much, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure with these. Like I like to keep it simple.
Yeah, no, you're good. I think I've heard supposedly John Collins might want close to a max contract, and I think like that might be the Hawks like best option for doing like keeping their team like at the state it's at. But the thing is, they got like so many young guys that are gonna want the big contracts. Like I think DeAndre Hunter as well, and Huerter and Okongwu, right? Onyeka Okongwu. Like they're all gonna be at that point off their rookie contracts, and they're gonna want like the big contracts if they obviously play super well. So Trae Young's still on his rookie contract, so they really it's kind of like a tough spot because they have so many good young pieces, but there's gonna come a point where it's like they're not gonna have the money to re-sign all these guys. And I remember at the trade deadline when John Collins was in like the center of all like some trade rumors and stuff because Hawks weren't sure if they didn't want to pay him like this offseason, didn't want to be the team to pay him the max. So it'll be interesting to see like what they do with Collins.
Yeah, definitely. All right, moving on. Next TC
I,
team.
I had the Clippers. So I feel like they're stuck in a bit of an unfortunate situation. I think I give like a 75% chance Kawhi stays. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere else. I don't know. He's just rehabbing from an injury. I don't know if he's really gonna like want to put all his energy into like going out, like looking elsewhere for teams and whatnot. But another thing is they don't have like money to re-sign any of their players. Like Batum, like maybe, like I think they have like a mid-level exception, which is like they don't have like a lot. It's not a lot of money. So I think Batum would get more money elsewhere. So it's going to be tough. So I think the only way they can really create cap is if they trade of Luke Kennard because I think they gave him like a $18 million a year contract or 16 somewhere in that range. So I think a big part would be if you can get off Kennard's contract, you need to re-sign Reggie Jackson after seeing what he did in the playoffs. Like he was really really instrumental in the playoffs. So getting him back and maybe trying to trade Luke Kennard because he wasn't super significant for them is what I would do if I was in the front office for the Clippers.
This is kind of random, but actually, before we started recording this, I was checking Twitter, and I saw Terrence Mann tweet something about him and Bruce Brown working out together.
Oh,
Could
really?
that lead to something? Bruce Brown to the Clippers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because he's a free agent too. Yeah,
Yep.
I
You
know.
never know.
Who knows? NBA's interesting world.
All right, let's move on to the Heat here, and since there's a 75% chance that Kawhi Leonard is going to stay with the Clippers, that means there's a 25% chance that he's going to go to the Heat or the Knicks.
Okay, that's fair.
So the Heat don't have a max slot available, but they do, I believe, have the third most room available, like in the East or like in the whole NBA or something. I don't know, but that would just imagine the defense on that team: Adebayo, Butler, Kawhi.
I
That would
know.
be crazy. But they would also like they have to re-sign Dragic and like Duncan Robinson and all these other guys. I don't know how it's going to be possible, but if they can pull it off, then they're magicians.
I know. I doubt they will pull all that off. But thing is, the Heat are in a good spot because like they have pieces that can be traded. Like they got Tyler Hero, who's going to be like a great asset for a trade. They have picks, like all that stuff. But then, yeah, you're right. Dragic, Robinson will need to be re-signed. But then another thing is they've decided what to do with Oladipo. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
they only gave up Olenek and Avery Bradley, I think. I almost said Bradley Jr. for Jackie Bradley Jr. Bradley and Olenek for him, but still, if if they strike out in free agency, your best bet might just be to re-sign Oladipo. I don't know. Sure.
yeah. Who knows? Oladipo wasn't really like, was he healthy even on the Heat?
He wasn't. I think it was only like a few games he was healthy for. I could be wrong.
I'm still gonna root for him. Like I've liked him ever since Orlando. I remember this is kind of random, but I remember I was watching the game where he had his first career triple double. So that's
Oh,
pretty
really?
cool.
That's cool.
I was like such a young kid. It was random, but
I remember one of my favorite games was when they were playing against the Thunder. I think it was like it went to like OT or double OT, but it was like him and Russell Westbrook had like back-to-back super clutch threes. Like Russell Westbrook like just crossed half court and chucked up a deep three and
oh
like
yeah, and he
tied
like
on
banked it in.
overtime. Yeah, I forget if
Yeah,
that was
I
for the
remember that.
win or to go into overtime or something, but it was just like Oladipo had a clutch three like right before that. I think cool game. Yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about the Heat. Yeah, the Heat could definitely go a lot of ways. It's like they got the pieces to trade and they have the money if they can get rid of some pieces, but who knows? I think the Heat are always in rumors for everything now. And I think DeRozan could be potentially go to the Heat as well.
Oh yeah, that actually might work out.
But that spacing though, I don't know. Because Butler
Yeah,
and DeRozan are like very similar, I feel like they're both playmaking like forwards. They play like I mean Butler's probably a better defender, but I don't know. All right, I'll move on. Lakers. So big name, Dennis Schroeder. What do you do? What are you doing if you're the Lakers right now with Dennis Schroeder?
I'm letting that boy walk
You
out
are.
the door,
What if
and
he's
don't
like,
let it hit you on the way out.
oh my gosh. Well, what if he's like, I'll take a $8 million per year contract, like something cheap.
Okay, and then at that point, I re-sign him. He wanted 25 mil a year though.
Yeah, I know. I remember he said that. Didn't he decline like a 4 year, like 80 million or something from them, like something crazy? He
I think
declined,
he did.
or it was like 4 years, 64, regardless. I forget what it was, but I think if Schroeder doesn't want a lot of money, then definitely re-sign him. But if he asks for a lot, then just like let him go. And I think they should use their bird rights on players like Caruso, Horton Tucker, I can't talk, Markieff Morris to re-sign them, just because like that's really all they got for like bench pieces, just to hopefully just try and retain them. But another thing I've been hearing, this is always Lakers fans are like they think they can just get any trade. They're like, yo, hear me out. Russell Westbrook for Kuzma and a first and Drummond. We'll give you Drummond. It doesn't make sense. But like I've been hearing rumors about Westbrook like being open about going to the Lakers, but it's like, who would the Lakers give up? Like obviously they're not going to trade LeBron or AD. They'd have to give up like their next like 5 first round picks, Kuzma, Horton Tucker, Caruso, like everybody. They'd have to give the Wizards everybody. I mean, I would honestly root for that to happen because I want to see like Russell Westbrook win a championship. Like besides everyone in the Celtics, Westbrook's probably the person I want to see win a championship the most. Him, Paul George, Chris Paul are up there. I really want to see all of them win. And Carmelo would be cool, but I don't know if Carmelo will with the Trailblazers. Speaking of that, Carmelo's not a free agent, right?
I don't think he is.
Yeah, me neither. Okay. Maybe because didn't he resign for a year? Could be wrong. I don't know.
I believe so.
Kind of rambling, but yeah, there's not much the Lakers can do unless they somehow package together like everything they have besides LeBron and AD for a third star in Westbrook. But just probably try to run it back with the same team because I feel like as long as you got LeBron and AD, you should be chilling.
If they stay healthy, they'll definitely be better than they were last year.
Yeah, that's a good point because you see how dominant they could be. They literally won the championship with that same exact team pretty much, and I think they even got a little better because they had like Marc Gasol too. I don't know.
Well, he got off to a horrible start, but then as
Yeah,
the
he
year went
wasn't
on, he
playing
actually
well.
became good.
I think they like didn't play him for periods too, which is kind of weird.
They didn't play Montrezl Harrell in the playoffs at all, which was really weird.
I think because he's like such a one-sided player. Like he's all offense too. Like he's a great energy guy. He's almost like Drummond. Like he's kind of similar. I don't know. I think Harrell can finish better around the rim, but yeah, they're just two very offensive-minded players. I don't even know if you consider Drummond an offensive-minded player. He's just a rebounded-minded player. Like
Yeah, I was just about to say that. He's a rebounded mind player.
that's funny. Oh wait, I didn't do two in a row. Okay, no, because you did Heat, I did Lakers. Okay, here we go. Celtics.
Yeah, this is time for the Celtics. And I don't even
Wait,
have anything written about
Before,
Fournier.
can I guess what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
Okay. Step one, sign Grant Williams to a max extension. And Ojale.
Bro, ship those two to Miami.
You get rid of Ojale, the GOAT?
Nah. Dude, he was playing tennis today on Twitch.
Really?
Like in real life tennis. It was him and Grant Williams against Daniel Tice and like their friend. I'm not
Wait,
even
really?
kidding. Yes.
That's with them, that's so funny. What the heck?
Dude, I was watching it. Like I have no life. Like I was just watching these grown ass men play tennis.
That's so funny that he's actually with Grant Williams. Of course, it's like I don't want to call him like the bench scrubs, just like chilling.
That's what it is though.
I know. And then of course, yeah, Tice. I forgot about Tice. Wow. Okay, sorry. You can go
All
ahead.
right, back to what the Celtics need to do. They need to make a run at Lonzo Ball at all costs. They need a point guard that can give the ball into Tatum and Brown's hands, and he's just the guy that can do it. But I don't know if it's possible without giving up Smart because you need Marcus Smart as well.
I agree. I think Lonzo's a restricted free agent, but you saw the other day. I mean, I could probably talk more about this when I get to the Pelicans because they're actually only a few teams away. But you saw the trade yesterday, the Valanciunas Bledsoe Adams trade. That's going to clear a lot of cap space for the Pelicans, which is I don't know. It's a little unfortunate because now it makes like they can have whatever money they want to re-sign Lonzo Ball, but it means less of a chance for the Celtics to get him. I think the Celtics can only get him through like a sign and trade maybe, and it would probably mean giving up Marcus Smart or Pritchard and like Neesmith or something, but who knows? But then will that even mean we could get Fournier? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Did you have anything about Evan Fournier?
It would definitely be nice to re-sign him, and it wouldn't make sense that we traded 2 second-round picks for we were going to have a guy for half a season. So definitely try to re-sign him.
Yeah, I read the other day that he wants like at least 14 million a year, which I think we have like 9.7 or like somewhere around there, like million in cap space. So if we were to re-sign him, we'd have to go over the tax hold or like tax limit. So we'd probably have to trade away Tristan Thompson too if we want to create some cap. I think he's on the books for like 9-10 million. So
we need to get rid of one of those centers because we have a lot right now, and Tristan seems to be the odd one out.
And even though he was great in the Nets series. You can't even lie. Like he probably boosted his
value
in the Nets series. I think he's like the odd man out because we're gonna keep Horford, fan favorite. Robert Williams is gonna be a beast, and Moses Brown is just a good I guess double backup center, like someone just off the bench, play a few minutes a game. Good to have. Good rebounder. I don't know, but Tristan Thompson's kind of the odd man out because he is making like a good amount of money. He's like our fourth highest paid player. Yeah, Tatum, Brown, Smart, Thompson. Everyone else is on like very, very minimal contracts. So hopefully we can get someone like him. But what do you think about Bradley Beal?
Is it
Like,
possible? Is it possible that we can acquire him?
I think it is. I think if we give up a bunch of picks, we give up Smart, Pritchard, Neesmith. We gave up like the farm for Bradley Beal.
I'll
Tristan
have to see if I
Thompson.
can. I'll try to get on the trade machine.
Yeah, I think it could happen. But the only thing is, we could get him for free. Well, not for free, but like in free agency next off season. But Bradley Beal has to make a decision in the next couple of days what he wants to do, like before the draft, like if he wants to stay with the Wizards or not. Because I don't know. I don't know if he will. But if the Celtics, rather than giving up everybody now, they could just wait till 2022 free agency. But the thing is, if we wait now, like he could get traded like mid-season, or he could get traded this offseason to another team for all we know. We could lose out on him. But the Celtics are at like the top of his list for like teams he wants to play for. So who knows? I think we should
Yeah,
go out.
get him and get the duo of him and Tatum back
I
together. The
know.
St. Louis boys.
And they're like best friends too. Yeah. As long as we don't give up Jalen Brown for him. And it hurts to
That's what
get.
I was gonna say too. Like that, I don't know if it would be possible without doing that, but
No, I saw like a trade thing, and it was like if we give up everything, like we'd have to give up Robert Williams, Al Horford for the salary match, maybe. But then the thing is, we'd have to like have him stay, like re-sign him the next offseason. So we'd have like a big three. So who knows? It's gonna be very interesting. I just have a feeling deep down that he'll stay. Like he'll want to stay in Washington, like just to be loyal. But like I don't know. I think I really wish he wants out. Like him and Westbrook could go elsewhere, and just like the Wizards can really hit like a full reset because they can get so much for those two players. Sorry, I'm gonna take a quick sip of water, but I can move on. I keep going
yeah,
like
stay hydrated.
yeah, you know how it is. It's in crunch time. I'm gonna be hydrated. My next team is the Grizzlies. There's not really much I gotta say about them. Their only free agent is Justice Winslow. So all they can really do, I guess, is kind of wait it out till next off season to potentially sign a superstar with the cap space. I heard that Eric Bledsoe isn't going to stay with Memphis, so they'll probably try to move on from him. Steven Adams won't be bad. I guess he could still contribute for them. Maybe it's like a backup or their starter. Who knows? And it's up to them what they want to do with Winslow. As he's a $13 million team option for next season. So if they want to use it on him, because they're not going to really have anything else to like spend the money on, might as well just bring him back, see if he can produce for them. But yeah, there's not much for the Grizzlies to do. But that trade did shake things up a little because it's like I think they're a little tighter in space now, but they did move up a few picks because of that trade too. So it'll be
That's
interesting.
not a bad team.
Yeah, with
If you
Bledsoe,
can upset the Warriors in the playing tournament like that, that's not a bad team at all.
that's true. I mean, it is hard when your second best player is Andrew Wiggins. No hate to Wiggins. He balled out. Well, I guess you consider Draymond Green their second best player, and then Wiggins is their third. But Wiggins did ball out. But I don't know. The Warriors will be back, though. I know that for sure.
Yeah, definitely with Clay as well.
Definitely. All right. So you would have the Wizards next, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything to say about Riley Beal or Westbrook because I just assumed when I was writing this that they were going to stay or
Yeah.
like they weren't going to get traded. So I have them getting a wing because really they didn't have too much depth there last year besides that one rookie that they had, that like Denny whatever his name is
Ooh,
guy. But
that's good.
I have them going out there and signing Harrison Barnes just to provide them with like a legit third option.
That's been pretty good. I mean, if the Bradley Beal comes out and is like, "Yeah, I want to stay," and then that would probably convince Westbrook to want to stay, and then yeah, is Harrison Barnes a free agent too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I feel like he'd probably get around like Evan Fournier type money though. Maybe Fournier would get a little less, but yeah, definitely getting a wing because they got the two guards or even a center. They could use Rashawn Holmes.
Oh yeah, definitely. That would have been a good one to put because they don't have like a center at all. Like Alex Len, like
Well, they have Thomas Bryant, but Thomas Bryant like can't play any defense. Like they got no one to guard anyone.
yeah, true.
But they do have some nice pieces, which is why they just need to rebuild. They got Hachimura. I don't know. I was reading through the comments and like I follow this guy on Instagram like NBA in depth, which is like how I helped like do some of my research for this. and he does like a recap of like what each team should do this off season, and he did the Wizards today because he kept delaying it because he was trying to wait to see what Beal was gonna say. And I couldn't tell if this Wizards fan in the comments was sarcastic. He's like, "You're forgetting about the real problem. If the backup point guard or if they should decide to keep Ish Smith or Raul Nato." And I was like, I can't tell if this guy's serious or not. Like, about Westbrook and Beal potentially getting traded, and you're concerned about your like backup point guard.
Bro, did you see their starting five in the first round?
No. Oh,
It
who?
was Raul Neto, Westbrook, and Beal. That's like three players under 6'5"
Oh,
in your
all
starting
they were
lineup.
all the same lineup.
Yeah, Raul Neto started.
Why did they start Neto?
I don't know. And then they brought Ish Smith off the bench and actually like played big minutes.
Yeah, Ish Smith was like high key underrated.
Weird lineup.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry. Thirsty. Okay. My next team is the Timberwolves, and I don't know what they were doing at the end of the year. They lost out on a top pick because I think it was their pick was like it was top four protected for the Warriors or something, or for the Timberwolves, and they like because they won a few games at the end of the year, they made it a lot less likely that their pick would be top four. So now it went to the Warriors. And one thing I think they should look into is trading D'Angelo Russell for Ben Simmons. That wasn't in my video, but
Ooh.
I think they should do
Okay.
that. Simmons is like the perfect fit for Karl-Anthony Towns. Like, because you know how like there's not many centers that spread the floor like Cat. Like I think he could be the best shooting center ever. So by having Ben Simmons like as a facilitator and like you don't have to worry about Cat just roaming in the paint all day, they need to have Simmons on their team. And they get rid of like as much as like because I know D'Lo and Cat are good friends, but Simmons just fits a lot better and will actually like help them out because they're really lacking defensively too. But another thing is they're tied down by a lot of their salaries too. I forget who else on their team. Beasley. I don't even
Free
know.
Malik Beasley out the prison.
Oh yeah, they got Russell's on a big contract, Cat's on a big contract, but definitely try and keep Cat, like win with Cat, see if you can make something out of that. But they have their mid-level exception too, and I think they should just try to get a wing that can defend, and then maybe decide what to do with Jarrett Culver, which stinks they're moving on for him, but he's not gonna produce in Minnesota anyway. So, oh, and of course Anthony Edwards. So, yeah, they should if they got Simmons, that'd be perfect. Like Simmons, Edwards, and Cat, and then like a couple of good wings that can defend. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like an 8 seed to me.
Yeah, that sounds about a 10 seed. No, I don't know. That could be an 8 seed, but even just that's like a big improvement. Like you got to work with what you have if you're the Timberwolves, because like you can't just keep doing this rebuilding thing every year. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, they still have Ricky Rubio.
Yeah, they do. Did you see he was like balling out though in the Olympics? That's funny. I saw him.
Spain.
Yeah, I saw one move. He like dribbled through a guy and did like some like reverse layup, and it was so slick.
Oh my god, bro! Him and the Gasol brothers be carrying Spain though.
I know they're clutch. I saw a meme and it was like Timberwolves fans seeing Ricky Rubio turn into a superstar every time like the Olympics happen. And it's like so funny. All right, I'll let you do your next team.
All right, I got a biased answer for this one. This is the Indiana Pacers. Do you have any idea what I'm about to say?
Trade Miles Turner to the Celtics.
Actually, no. This is biased towards one of the people that I
TJ
like.
McConnell,
Yes.
sign him to max deal.
I wish. No, I just got them re-signing McConnell just mainly for his defense. And he's one of those guys that just comes in the game off the bench and just instantly impacts the game on the defensive side of things. So I feel like you got to keep him. And if not, if he walks, you got to go for Alex Caruso. That's like the closest thing there is.
That's true. Yeah, they're pretty similar players. But I think, what do you think though? They're in like a weird spot because like they're not going to be better than like the 7 or 6 seed, like any better than that. But like they're also like not going to be worse. I don't know. They're not going to be like the worst team in the league either. Like they're just in a weird spot. Like they're just in like such a mediocre like team.
Yeah, I don't know. Because like when they had shoot, what was that guy's name? McMillan? Was that what the old coach's name was?
Yeah, because
Or
he's
like
the Hawks coach now, I think.
yeah. when McMillan was their coach, they were like an instant like 4 to 5 seed, but then they would just lose in the first round every year. So, but then this year it was the first year of Bajorkin or whatever his name is being their head coach, and they don't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, I know they lost, or yeah, they crushed the Hornets in that playing game, and then lost to the Wizards. But what would you
But
do?
then I also go ahead.
I don't know. You can go ahead.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
Oh my bad, I missed
Oh,
you.
oh no. They're gonna get T.J. Warren back. That's what I was gonna say because he was hurt
Oh
for
yeah,
most of the season.
true. But I don't think TJ Warren's not really going to be a game changer. Like he might push them to an 8 seed from not making the playoffs or something. Not no disrespect to him, he's a baller, but it's like just in the overall like scheme of things, like him alone isn't going to push someone like their team to like another level. You know what I mean? It's almost like Evan Fournier and the Celtics. It's like Fournier is a good piece to have. Like I definitely like I'm not saying don't resign him. He's a good piece to have, but I'm just saying he's not going to like propel us like up 2 or 3 seeds. You know what I mean? If you were this is my question. If you're the Pacers like front office, what would you do with Miles Turner right now? Like you're getting phone calls. You got the Warriors, Celtics offering all these things. Like they want Miles Turner. Where are you trading him? Holding on to him? Because you have Sabonis too. You want Sabonis to run as your center, or do you want Turner to continue staying there, or do you want to try to get some assets from Turner?
I would see what I can get for him and then run the small ball lineup with Sabonis at the 5.
Okay, I feel that. That's what I would do too. What do you think's like the best deal they could get? Would you do a trade with the Warriors or the Celtics?
I like the Warriors one that you were talking about earlier. I don't know about the Celtics one since we already have like 5 or 6 centers on our team.
Yeah, would you trade Robert Williams for Miles Turner?
No,
Really?
no, I would not.
What if it was like Miles Turner and like picks for Robert Williams?
Possibly.
Or
I
if
don't know.
or if you threw in Miles Turner, TJ Warren for Robert Williams and
Oh my god, I don't know, bro. Oh wait,
Evan
quick
Fournier.
pause, quick pause. Quick pause. This is totally off topic, but the Pirates traded Tyler Anderson to the Phillies today. It didn't go through because one of the Phillies prospects, like there was a medical issue with it. So
Oh,
then the Pirates gave the middle finger to the Phillies, and then they just traded him to the Mariners.
oh my gosh, that's funny. The Pirates are really embracing the rebuild.
Dude, we call them the Pittsburgh prospects now. We don't even call them the Pirates.
That's so funny. Another thing, this is so random too, but in MLB, I saw the Mariners players were so upset with I think like Graveman, the pitcher. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really know baseball that well, but like he got traded to the Astros and all the Mariners players were mad because they all found out on social media and were like, yeah, we were really not trying to win. Like it's just the management doesn't care about us and all this stuff. They're really, really mad. And they traded him to the Astros too. Like the Mariners have like a real shot at making the playoffs this year. Maybe they could choke, but like they're doing decent this year.
They're like one out of the wild card, I think.
Yeah, behind the Athletics, I think, and it's like kind of like hurts probably for the players to see them like see one of their teammates, good teammates, getting traded away to literally the team that they're competing against for a playoff spot.
Hey, every contender needs a reliever, and that's what the Astros got.
That's
This has
true.
turned into an MLB podcast.
I know, for real. Going back, so how about this? Hypothetically, Evan Fournier sign and trade for TJ Warren, Miles Turner. So you get Evan Fournier and Robert Williams for Miles Turner and TJ Warren. And pick.
Screw it, I'm in. Screw it, I'm
Yeah.
in.
The Celtics have TJ Warren and Miles Turner. And then the Pacers would be having Brogdon, Levert, Fournier, Sabonis, and Robert Williams. Whoa, that's a good team. What the heck?
Whoa. Okay.
Wait a minute. Maybe we just need the Pacers OP. Okay, no. I wouldn't do that deal if I were the Celtics, actually. I don't know. I'll continue on my teams. I keep just thinking of random trades. I'm just really excited. I think it's gonna be a big off season. Like last season wasn't very big. I think it was it 2 off seasons ago where like so much stuff happened, like Kyrie and KD and
Yeah.
Kawhi and Paul George and like all that.
Dude, the Paul George trade was so crazy.
Oh, I know that was out of nowhere. Just right after Kawhi signed, it was like within 5 minutes.
Dude, I woke up. I woke up and I just see 6 first round picks and Shy Gill just get traded for Paul George.
That reminds me. Did you see the trade the Pistons declined?
That was stupid. Why would they offer Shy?
I know Shy and the 6th pick, but it just shows like I honestly think the Pistons were kind of smart for declining it in a way. Like it does seem like, oh, you can get a great piece in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but like The Pistons are probably smarter just to bank on like Cade Cunningham or a top prospect to pan out, like because their potential might be a little bit higher than Shea. I don't know. It is tough because he already is kind of a star.
They must really believe in Cade to turn into a superstar. Plus, they drafted that French dude last year to play point guard.
And they got Jeremiah Grant and Sadiq Bey.
I do have them last on my list, so we'll see them later. But I don't have anything included for the draft for any of the teams.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I mean, it's sort of the notes I was looking at were sort of like an off-season outlook, not necessarily a free agency. So it's like I guess it can be anything. Like I guess we could just title it like what every NBA team should do this off-season or something. What was I gonna say? We were just talking about like a second ago. I literally just blanked.
Shoot. What team were we on?
We were on
Oh my god.
Your team. You were talking about not the Pacers, the one after that? No. Wait, where did their conversation?
No, you're on your team. We're on
I haven't talked.
We're on the Thunder. Wait, no.
No, I randomly just talked about the Pistons declining the trade for Cade Cunningham. I saw that the Pistons weren't even set, like didn't even know who they want to pick for number one yet. Did you see that report?
I did. They had 3 guys.
That could just be like a fake to try and like mess up other teams like draft, like their research and all that, looking in at players, but like they don't even know who they want to draft yet, like Jalen Suggs or Cade Cunningham or Evan Mobley. All right, moving on. Okay, I got the Pelicans. So I think now it almost like I read today that like it almost is worse for the Pelicans having all this extra money to re-sign Lonzo Ball because it may result in them overpaying. So I don't know, but he's definitely worth like he's perfect for Zion. He's just a shooting point guard, can defend, spread the floor, everything. I think their main priority should be re-signing Lonzo Ball. As much as it pains me, like I wanted to go to the Celtics, so I don't know. But I think they should also focus on re-signing Josh Hart with their bird rights, although he could get more money elsewhere. So who knows? What's actually funny is because I had these notes done 12 I almost said 12 years ago, 12 days ago. My last point was I said potentially move on from Steven Adams and or Eric Bledsoe if possible.
Ooh.
Hey,
yo, he just predicted the future.
Predicted the future, man. I mean, call me a wizard. I don't know what you want to call me. What's
Dude, I started writing down my dreams and like I predicted the future in like 3 of them. Like I don't know why. Yeah.
That's so weird. Dude, I should start doing that because I like always wake up and I'm like, what the heck just happened? Like that was one of the weirdest dreams ever. And then, like I just forget it. Like I don't even remember because like I remember I was up this morning like thinking like, wow, I had a really weird dream, and then I don't know what happened. Yeah, you just predict.
Oh god.
You predicted like the Bucks winning the championship against the Suns or something.
I wish, dude. One time I predicted the Thunder winning the championship. That was last year in the bubble.
Really?
But it just didn't happen. Yeah.
That's
like I just had a dream the Thunder and Chris Paul won the championship.
Did you see the video of Giannis at Chick-fil-A getting like the 50-piece chicken? Dude, Giannis is actually like one of my favorite players now for that. Like he was just like so funny. Like, oh my god.
Dude, he's hilarious. He's like, you mind if I put you on the camera?
Yeah. you're in front of like 150,000 people or whatever he said, but it was funny.
I don't even think she knew who Giannis was.
Yeah. Wait, did you see the other video? Was so funny too. He played WAP by like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, and then his wife is like, "Turn that off. You got kids on there. If it's just adults, then that's okay." But he started to get like all lit. And it was so funny. Giannis, great guy. How can you not like him after that? And 50 points.
Yeah, seriously,
he's a baller.
He's got to be one of the most likable players in the league.
I agree, for sure. And he's got a good resume at such a young age too. Dude, this is so random, but I kind of vibe with these like late night podcasts. I like my mind's flowing. Like I got so
we got to make this a more common thing.
Yeah, I got so much more I want to talk about. Like I could just go on and on. Like this might be our longest episode.
Yeah, fun fact, it's almost midnight.
Hey, let's go.
It's almost time for the USA basketball game.
For them to lose again.
Yeah, we're playing Iran or something, or Iraq or something. I don't even know.
Even though we got Durant, Tatum, Damian Lillard, Bam Adebayo, we're still gonna lose. I don't know. Gotta have faith. Gotta have faith.
Oh boy. All right, so you were just talking about how the Pelicans should make it their goal to re-sign Lonzo Ball.
And then also I predicted the future and focus on re-signing Josh Hart if possible, but he could get more money elsewhere. I don't know which team. He could fit well in any team, I guess, but he's a hustler. So yeah. I have one, two, three, four. I have 5 teams left. Wow. You should have.
Yeah, I also got 5.
Nope. All right. Who do you got next?
I'm about to knock this one off right here. Simple. I talked about it in the other free agency episode, actually, and this is the Chicago Bulls trying to also make a run at Alonzo Ball, whether it be in like a sign and trade where the Pelicans get like Kobe White in return or whatnot. But they were interested in Lonzo at the deadline, so why not try going for him again, I guess.
I know. I agree. I don't get their whole thing with trading for Vucevic. Like, Vucevic may help them be like an 8 seed, but like, what's he really gonna do for them? You know what I mean? Like, he can't really.
Yeah, that trade didn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, and I think like Lonzo Ball is like a perfect example of like they should have just got him at the deadline instead of Vucevic, and then they could have started something with like Patrick Williams, Zach LaVine, and Lonzo. Like, they're all young and they're all like up and coming, and play well together too. So Vucevic, little head scratching trade there, but yeah. So another my next team, I guess, is the Thunder. Not much they can do, really. They just have a bunch of draft picks. Got to be smart with their draft in the draft, but they have to know their time is coming because they got all the picks and young assets. So their time is coming. Whether it's 6 or 7 years down the road, they're going to be a playoff team. But I guess the only thing I had to say is like decide their plans with Kemba in terms of how much they want to play him this year, kind of like what they did with Al Horford. Like, if they want to play Kemba a lot and try to boost his trade value or keep him or like make a push. I doubt they're going to try and make a push this year with Kemba and Shai, or just let Shai run it, or they want to like tank again or what. But who knows? So yeah, decide like what they want to do with Kemba, and then that's really about it. Just draft smart and keep building the assets there. So
Yeah, he's gonna be the only reason I watched Thunder games this year.
yeah, that's a good point. I'm curious to see how he's gonna do. Like, I hope he almost. It sucks seeing like trade it away and then prove us wrong. Like, oh, look how good. Like, I still had a lot left in the tank, but I'm kind of like happy because like he was a lot of money. Like, he was really hurting us.
Yeah, he was expensive.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to see him like kind of revive his career a little bit and then maybe like make his way to a contender like the following season or something.
I think I gotta buy a jersey no matter what though, because I have a Hornets one and a Celtics one.
Oh yeah,
So
that'd be cool. Kemba Walker. It's gonna look so weird though. It's like not gonna look right.
mm-mm.
I don't know. A Thunder Kemba Walker jersey. Who knows if few of them like play for them though? Like,
Yeah, they might trade him before the season started. Apparently, they were really close with the Lakers on a trade, but it just never went through.
oh, you mean like this off season?
Mm-hmm.
Who the heck would the Lakers trade though? Like, there's no. I understand like they don't really have the assets, but who the heck would be like the salary match there? Like,
Kuzma, Harrell, and like 2 first rounders is what I think it was.
wow, I would have honestly. I don't know. I'm kind of glad Al Horford's back, and we got Moses Brown too. But I don't know like how do the Lakers just have that money to like take on Kemba's contract and not give up like money?
Yeah, I have no idea.
That doesn't make sense. Oh, what if they're gonna give us LeBron for Kemba?
LeBron, the 10th best player in the NBA.
No, no, no.
The second best player on the Lakers.
No, what are you talking about? The best player in the league. The second
in
best
20 in 2018.
What? What do you mean?
When he was on this team. But I don't even know why I'm wearing a Cavs hat right now, but I am. But
No. He's
LeBron hasn't been good since the Cavs.
What? You can't say that. You can't say he hasn't been good. That's just straight up a lie. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're saying that everyone below him like hasn't been good either. You're saying Grant Williams hasn't been good.
Grant Williams hasn't been good since Tennessee Volunteers.
I guess he had one memorable play, Fred VanVleet, Game 7 of the Raptors series, but other than that, okay. But I just that hurts for you to say he's the second best player in the Lakers now, and he's the second best player of all time. You know, we'll just move on before I get heated about that. All right. Is it my turn or your turn? I have 4 teams.
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. I got the Phoenix Suns, the finals losers, the second place team in the NBA. Kurt, they gotta decide. I got something in my eye. Oops. Okay.
Actually, I think it was my turn, but go ahead.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. I guess you'll just go last then. So, Chris Paul, they gotta decide what they want to do with him because his player option is massive. I believe it's like upwards of 40 million, and he could take that on and risk having a bad season or something, or like something going wrong and not getting a good contract, or he could go for the like long term now and try to like secure a contract. I know I've probably talked about this before in a prior episode, but oh my god, the yawn. You can just tell it's late night. That's funny. Um, he could look for a multi-year contract in case something went wrong next season. So I think that's what they're gonna do. I've read a report that they're trying to work on a multi-year deal for him. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. And the only other thing is re-signing Cameron Payne if possible because he's a free agent. Because I mean, he played really well for them. I believe there was a game where he had like 29 points in the playoffs or something too. Just a great backup guard, kind of like a spark plug, and no one really predicted him to be like a big part of a finals team, you know. So yeah, but
So
let's.
yeah, I agree with that. Hey, what if he should just retire and live off of State Farm commercials though, Chris Paul?
He could do that. I mean, he's already set for life. Like he's been set for life, but he's a great guy. But he should just. I don't know. I don't know if the Suns are gonna get another chance like this, like to win. Like,
The Last Dance.
yeah, like that might have been their best shot. I think it will be because, like, I don't know, the Nets, the Bucks, the Lakers will be back and healthy. The Clippers, I don't know, Kawhi's out. Maybe they got another good shot next year. I say they make. I say they make second round or conference finals next year. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. Conference finals at the most. We'll
Yeah,
have to see.
maybe they could shock everyone and make the finals again. Maybe Devin Booker takes even another leap and Ayton. Who knows? But we'll see.
I don't know. Hey, it's tomorrow, by the way. And it's
Hey,
12 o'clock.
oh my God, we've already been podcasting for a whole entire day. What the heck?
No way.
Yo, that's crazy. Bro, I love the vibes right now of this late night, bro. This is sick.
Dude, I'm sitting out here like I can hear my waterfall in the background. Like I have this like pond outside. Like I got the doors open. Kind
Hey,
of hot, even though it's like 12 at night.
yeah, I know. I was gonna say the same thing. It's like peaceful though. It's peaceful. Look at it.
And then I hear the highway noises.
Got this mug, National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Hey, did you go there?
Yeah, I went there a few years ago, and I probably will be going there again. In a couple
Oh
weeks.
yeah, let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right. Wait, so do you have 4 teams left?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have 3, so you're up.
Raptors, Celtics, Magic, Pistons. We'll start with the Raptors.
Celtics.
Oh wait, did I say Celtics?
Yeah.
What did I think I meant to say
The
Cavaliers.
Cavaliers, yeah. You're chilling.
But yeah, we'll start with the Raptors. I have them re-signing Cal Lowry if he wants. That's only if he wants to be a Raptor for life though, because he could totally walk, or
Wasn't the
they could
Rockets
even.
before.
End the episode. End the episode. He was on the Grizzlies too. End the episode. End the
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
I'm
I
tripping.
understand what
I,
you
I
mean.
was tripping.
Like play out his career, I guess, with the Raptors.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant.
That's what you
I
meant.
don't know why I thought that. Yeah, that's what I meant. But also, you gotta re-sign Gary Trent though too, because he's been a key part to what they've been having.
Yeah,
Him and VanVleet.
I agree. Definitely getting them back. It'll be interesting though, because like I've heard they made Siakam available for trade too. So like I don't know where he'd go. What about Siakam to the Kings? For
So
Buddy
he can do spin moves.
Yeah, with Bach. Oh my God. Speaking of the Kings, you like that segue right there. Kings can't really do much this offseason. I
That's
think
perfect.
they should definitely try and figure out the direction, like what they want to do. I think trading Buddy Hield is something they should do, maybe to the Lakers or something, or just trying to get young pieces back to go along with Halliburton and Fox, and also trading Marvin Bagley because clearly the situation is just not working out there. And I still think he has potential, but he just needs to find like the right place, you know. But I think Fox and Halliburton are a great start, like great backcourt. And I think for their center position, definitely trying to re-sign Rashawn Holmes because there's definitely a lot of teams that could use him. Like the Celtics could have too before like Robert Williams emerged. But just trying to re-sign him and keep him under the books, and then yeah, just I don't know where they could trade Bagley to. Bagley and Healed for Siakam
Ooh,
and picks. Like you'd obviously have to give up more, but I'm just saying that would help. I don't know, spice things up. Who knows?
I think what they need to do in the offseason, the Kings, is like build a time machine and draft Luka Doncic over Marvin Bagley
That's
or
fair.
Trae Young.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they probably find the pieces to do that. I bet De'Aaron Fox could help them with that.
Steve
I don't know.
Jobs just built the time, or Bill Gates just built the time machine and just
Yeah,
in an
it's
alternate universe drafts Luka Doncic.
that's true. Why not? Who says they can't?
It's possible.
I think they could also use like DeAndre Ayton too. I don't know. Oh no,
Yeah. Hey, maybe they'll get number one in the lottery too if they go back in
yeah,
time.
go back and rig the lottery in the time machine too. While they're at it, why not? Um,
Oh God. All right. I got. Are you done talking about the Kings?
yeah, I just think there's a lot of ways they could go. Interesting to see what they'll do with Heald and Bagley. So
All right. Then I got the Cavs. I'm wearing a Cavs hat right now for no reason, but I think they got to re-sign their elite rim protector, Jared Allen, because he started at center this past season, if I'm not mistaken, and he's about the only guy they have at that position because Kevin Love's getting old. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know anyone on their team. Then they just need to re-sign Jared Allen. That's it. I'm done.
Sexton, what do you do if you're the Cavs with Colin Sexton though? Because I've heard the teammates aren't too happy about him there. Supposedly
Give him a year. Give him a year, see what he does, and if not, ship him to some team.
Detroit.
Detroit. Send him to the place where everyone becomes irrelevant at.
Him and Cade Cunningham can be the backcourt. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you think they'll trade Kevin Love though?
I think they're gonna keep him until he retires. To be honest.
That's so weird though. Like any team, like the Trailblazers could use him. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he doesn't do like anything on the Cavs because like they're not in contention, and he's kind of just
Yeah.
there.
I'm looking through my teams. Like what team could he really use him? Like the Lakers could use him.
The Brooklyn Nets.
I mean, I guess if they want to do a buyout,
They get everyone. Let's be
I
honest,
don't
they
know.
get everyone. So.
The Warriors could even use him if they wanted,
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Who knows? The next up I had 3 points for this team actually. The Spurs. I think that their main priority, if they're not going to bring back DeRozan, which they might, because I've heard they're interested in bringing him back. I think if they can't though, they have to do a sign and trade for him to like try and get value back for him, so that just lose him for nothing, because that would be like a big L on their part. And another thing, just overall for their team, just focus on rebuilding. They got some nice pieces. They got Murray and Jacob Pertl. I don't really know if Pertl's old or young, but I just know he's an NBA player on the Spurs.
He got drafted by the Raptors, and he came in the DeRozan trade.
Oh yeah, good point. I did not know that actually. And my last point, I don't know if you can see, it just says let Patty Mill go to the Celtics with the cool sunglass emoji. Because like, why not? Just let him go there. Like
The Australian basketball legend.
But he'd be
The
a good
big three.
That's true. He'd be a good point guard for us.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely veteran Jeff Teague part 2, question mark.
No, he's definitely better than Jeff Teague though. Do you see what Jeff Teague? Oh, you posted in your story. It was like I just got him.
Dude, Willie D sent me that like right before we started recording.
That was so funny to me. I was like, "Are you serious? Like this guy? Like at least he admits it. At least he's like self-aware that he's so bad." I wonder if he's seen the memes about himself though.
I think he has, because he told one of the Boston reporters to like tell all the fans that like he won a ring and like you guys didn't, or something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's just a troll.
Like something like that. He told one of the Celtics like beat writers that. I'll see if I can find a tweet after this.
How was he getting finals minutes though? Can we talk about that? Like how?
Budenholzer loves him.
Really? Why though?
Because that was his coach in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I did not know that actually. Wow. But still, like, do you not see? Like, does he not just look at his player? Bro, how did Budenholzer, like, he's gonna keep his job because they won the finals, but like, I think they have so much more potential, bro. Like,
Yeah, they didn't even play good, to be honest.
I
For
know
the last game.
Yeah, exactly. Giannis just that good of a player. Like he legit dropped 50 just to save his coach's career or coach's job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Giannis kind of bailed him out.
that's true. And Middleton and Holiday at times. They're a little bit iffy, but all right, I'll let you get on to your last or second to last team.
Oh, you want me to go back to back, or did you go? I don't even remember.
I have one team left, so we'll do you, me, you, I guess.
All right, I have Orlando Magic. This is really weird, but signing Duncan Robinson. I don't even I don't even have anything to back this one up. Just sign him,
Just
just
sign
because
him.
I said so. Just
I
because I
know.
said so.
Just because Brett said so, guys. Sign. You heard it here first. Duncan Robinson
Just
to the Magic.
stay in the state of Florida. Just move a little bit further north.
We should just start a rumor, just like Duncan Robinson reportedly has interest from the Magic or something.
I'm gonna make like a fake wage on Twitter.
And then yeah, oh my god, man. I get notifications for that all the time. It'll be like some ginormous like trade or something, but it'll just be like a fake account. But like I'll get notifications for it, so it'll seem legit. I don't know why.
Jeez.
You should just make Mac and Cheese Jones be like the next Woj, and then just be like Mac and Cheese Jones has reported that Robinson is receiving a lot of interest from the Magic or something. Just start reporting like the most random like news around sports.
I'm gonna do that.
Like or be like Cam Newton deal to the I don't know Chargers or no not Chargers I don't know the Washington football team is bound to happen. I don't know. Just start like
I thought that was gonna happen.
oh that could have that's actually I
That
didn't,
was my prediction. I had that leading up for like so long until I saw they signed Fitzpatrick.
I'm happy Newton's staying with the Patriots though.
Eh.
Well you're a big Mac guy mac and cheese.
No, I don't like either one of them.
Really? Yeah, I love how your whole page is stuff a guy you don't like though. I didn't even realize that you didn't like him. I thought you were just like, it's just for the memes, pretty much, because he's like, I
Yeah, it's
call.
just for the memes. Like I saw him walk up to the podium and I was like, I love this guy. Just the way he acts.
That's so funny. It was like when you're, what was that meme you or TikTok you made? It was like when you're a few minutes late for class or something, or when you walk.
Yeah, no, just him walking up to the draft.
Yeah, that was
Oh
so
my god.
funny. I love that. And isn't that Cam Newton's nickname for him too?
Mac and cheese. Yeah, I had the username before that became a thing.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
That's so cool. Predict the future. We out here just being like,
Yep.
what's the word for people who predict the future? Those,
Fortune
not,
tellers.
yeah, fortune tellers or
But
wizards.
this is how you know it's late at night. You don't
I
even
know.
we can't even remember it.
I know. I don't really know. Okay, my last team. Here we go. The Utah Jazz. Coincidentally, they were the 1 seed, but they're not a playoff team. Clearly, as we can tell. I think they should try and bring back Mike Conley. That's another thing. I totally forgot he's gonna be a free agent, but they should try and bring him back. He had a great season, and I think he just fits nicely. But I don't really know what they're missing. Like, it's like they almost need to trade like a superstar and get a better superstar. You know what I mean? Like trade Donovan Mitchell and get like it's like if they traded Mitchell for Tatum or something, like they'd be better in a way, you know?
Imagine if that actually happened.
I would never want that to happen ever. Tatum's got some
Yeah,
realm,
I would never let that happen.
but I'm just saying, like it's almost like a scenario like that where it's not like they can just add a couple pieces. It's like they just need a better. I'm not even
Get
just
rid of Bogdanovich.
yeah. They got Bogdanovich, but like it's not like they can get like an average piece and just improve a lot. Like I feel like they just need another superstar. It's like they're just like an old school like balanced NBA team. They need like a more like a they need like a top 12 player, top 15 player. No, not discrediting Mitchell or Gobert because they're both like
Hey, he was top 12 in Willie D's list, wasn't
yeah, it's
he? Or was he?
someone's list. Yeah, I don't know, but it was a little absurd. Probably Willie D's list. Still wasn't as absurd as your list, but we'll move past that. I think yeah, bring back Mike Conley for he had a great season. And then another thing is looking for a cheap like small ball five maybe that can help you defend the perimeter. I don't know why they just I don't know. Royce O'Neal can I know he's already on their team, but if he could defend the perimeter, because like that was what they were lacking in the Clippers series. Like the Clippers just had Batum at the five and they were all spread out and Gobert couldn't guard the perimeter, which like held him back a lot. Like he's like probably the greatest rim protector in the NBA, but he just can't guard the perimeter. Like that's how you just attack them all day. So I don't know. That's all I gotta say for the Western Conference. It's gonna be very interesting. But I have a little thing we can add for each of our teams or like each of our like sides. Well, we should
Mhm.
each just like one last little piece. We each say 3 teams that we think are gonna like have the biggest change this offseason.
Okay.
One after you say your last team. So like I'm gonna look through my list and decide. And
All right,
then
I got a random thing here again. I could totally like fake some people out with this one, but I believe this one is more realistic than the last one. I have the Detroit Pistons here signing. Is it Talon Horton Tucker? I think his name is.
really,
Yeah, I feel like I heard one scout say that he would give him a max contract, and my mind just instantly thought that it was the Pistons scout because that seems like some dumb stuff that they would do.
wasn't that just like Kyle Kuzma or like the Lakers like hyping them up after like because they were saying he was really good or something?
Something like that. He could get big money to like maybe Cavs, maybe Pistons.
I could see him getting like 15 million a year maybe.
He's low key not that bad. Like he's actually underrated.
I feel like I know. I
Like
feel like
he can get to the hoop.
actually that's a good point. I feel like he's gonna get like if he got more of an opportunity elsewhere though, I feel like he's gonna get like 8 to 10 million a year and then maybe prove himself like maybe a 1 year or 2 year deal to like prove it. But if he resigns with the Lakers, they'll probably try to resign him for cheap for a few years, but who knows? Um, that's another thing I was gonna say. Did you see what Kyle Kuzma? I keep bringing up these random things. You see Kyle Kuzma like thinks he's still on the same level as Jason Tatum, or at least mentally. I guess if it's his motivation, but like mentally he thinks he's on the same level as Tatum, if that's like his motivation. But like
Did he actually say that?
I think something weird like that. He was like, you know how like they were always being compared like their rookie years or whatever. And Kuzma like
Yeah.
might have been better like at a point just because he had more of an opportunity. Like he wasn't like Kuzma was one of the main focuses on the Lakers at that point, but Tatum was like our fourth option or something, you know. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think
Dude, Kuzma was better than Lonzo Ball on the Lakers, which was crazy because one of them was like the second pick and one of them was like 28th.
that's true. But I think, yeah, Kuzma, I don't even know if it was a motivator or something, but he was like mentally, I try to picture myself on the same level as Jason Tatum. Yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna go through quickly and say the 3 teams that I think will change the most. If you want to do the same.
All right.
Let me look. I got 2. I just trying to pick a third one. Okay, I got it. Do what's your my first team is the Warriors. I think it's pretty much the teams I did at the beginning of the episode. It's like
Okay. All right. So
Warriors, Trailblazers, and then either Mavericks or Spurs, maybe. Oh, no, sorry. No. Okay, sorry. The 2 definite teams I had were Warriors and Pelicans, because like I mean it's kind of unfair because the Pelicans already changed a good amount. But Warriors, Pelicans, and then maybe Trailblazers or Spurs or Mavericks. Any of those teams I think could change a good amount just because of DeRozan.
I'm gonna go 76ers after they trade Ben Simmons.
Okay.
The Knicks if they can somehow get Kawhi. Oh, my phone. Dude, my phone that scared the crap out of me. I don't know why. It just made some super weird noise because my phone's on 10%. But what I say, 76ers, Knicks, and then how about this? How about the Celtics if they can somehow get Lonzo Ball?
All right. I respect
That would change their team drastically. They don't even have a point guard right now. They don't have a true like pass first point guard. They have Pritchard, but he just shoots the ball.
That's true. They need a bigger point guard who can defend too. I mean, Pritchard is a hustler and can defend, but definitely needs someone like a bigger body and maybe can add a little more. So yeah, you got anything else to add?
LeBron is the 10th best player in the NBA.
Okay, guys, we're gonna cut him off there. Thank you for watching this episode of the Crunch Time Podcast. Be sure to check out all our links in the description. You know, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Mac and Cheese Jones. You know what it is. TC Films. Run it up. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Checks from my feet right to the bank. Yeah, I've been working harder. In the past, I was on the bench. Now I'm playing like a starter.
That's all going in. Peace out, guys.
Oh.